How are you beautiful people, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kolo. I'm an actor, director, scriptwriter. So if you're new here, we do literature reviews, music video reviews, and above all, film or movie reviews. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please press the subscription button down there, and also press the notification button so that whenever we drop a new video, you shall be the first to be informed. Before we start, happy Mashujaa Day to everyone in Kenya. Today is Mashujaa Day. For those who are not in Kenya, Mashujaa Day is set aside to commemorate all the people who helped to fight for independence. People like Achieng' Oneko, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, Bildad Kagia, and also those who are never mentioned in the struggle, but we know that they fought for our independence. Happy Mashujaa Day to everyone. Personally, I want to say happy Mashujaa Day to my beautiful mother, my beautiful wife, and my beautiful daughter, and to the people behind me, those who help me do what I do, Skynet Theatres Production. Happy Mashujaa Day. So today we are going to do a literature review for the book Blossoms of the Savannah by Henry Ole Kulet. And today we are specifically focusing on characterization, and we are going to look at a singular character, that is Parsimei Ole Kailo. So please stick around as we do this review. Before we start with characterization of Parsimei Ole Kailo, first we must understand who is Parsimei Ole Kailo. Parsimei Ole Kailo is the husband to Mama Jane Milanoy and the father to Tayo Ole Kailo and Resian Ole Kailo. Parsimei Ole Kailo was working as a manager at Agribix in Nakuru, a company that sells agricultural inputs. And he was retrenched and was forced to go back to his hometown in Nasila, where he started an agricultural business that is selling agricultural inputs. Now, through the story, we see Parsimei Ole Kailo in different angles. So, what are the characteristics of Parsimei Ole Kailo? First, Parsimei Ole Kailo is hardworking. Why do we say Parsimei Ole Kailo is hardworking? Parsimei Ole Kailo started as a junior worker at Agribix business, and he worked his way through up to becoming the manager. Also, in the text we see that he says Parsimei Ole Kailo worked his finger to the bone, waiting for the day that he would be retrenched, and now that it was here, he was ready for it. Another thing that shows Parsimei Ole Kailo is a hardworking man. We can see that he tried his best to ensure that he built a house in his hometown that was similar to that which they were living in Nakuru, evident of a hard worker in what he does. Also, Parsimei Ole Kailo was the sole provider for his family, for we understand that Mama Milanoy was not working, and his two daughters had gone through primary and high school through the hard work of Parsimei Ole Kailo. So these are evidence showing that Parsimei Ole Kailo is a hard-working person. Characteristic number 2, Parsimei Ole Kailo is a short-tempered man. What do we mean by short-tempered? He gets angry easily. We can see at the beginning of the text where the workers were loading their belongings into the 2 lorries as they were relocating back to Nasila. He got angry easily as he pushed them to pack their belongings the way he wanted them to be, and he got angry whenever he felt that they were not doing things the way that they were supposed to be doing them. Secondly, Parsimei Ole Kailo shouts at Resian when she becomes clumsy and nearly drops the glass when serving him later on when they had already relocated to Nasila. We also see when Parsimei Ole Kailo argues with Resian, he ends up slapping her. These are evidence of a short-tempered man. Also, we see when he receives the news that his daughter were nearly raped, by the two vagabonds. He becomes so angry that he marches into his bedroom and comes out wielding a machete or a panga. These are evidence of a man who is easily angered. When Resian is told that she will be the one to receive the guest, that is Ole Sudori and his friend, she puts up a spirited fight. Parsimei Olekailo is easily angered and shouts her and commands her that whether she likes it or not, she will be there. These are evidence of a short-tempered. Characteristic number 3. Parsimei Olekailo is patriotic. Why do we say that Parsimei Olekailo is patriotic? We see that during the homecoming ceremony, he says that he will never allow anything to separate him and his culture again. This is an evidence of a patriotic man. Evidence number 2. He tasks Joseph Parmuat to train his daughters so that they can understand the sensibilities of the Ma culture. This is a man who wants his family to understand where they are coming from, so they are patriotic. Also, during the homecoming ceremony, he says that the two sub-clans of the Ilmolelian clan, that is the Ilorasha Kineji and Lelema clans, are like the two chambers of his heart, meaning that he is very patriotic to his clan. Character number 4. Parsimei Olekailo is materialistic or greedy. Why do we say that Parsimei Olekailo is materialistic? We can say that he received his daughter's bride price or dowry upfront even before he had consulted his two daughters. This is an indicator of a person who is materialistic. Secondly, we see that Parsimei Olekailo is ready to sell his daughters, that is Tayo and Resian, so that his businesses can survive. Another evidence showing that Olekailo is materialistic, that we see that when Ole Supeo warns him about working with Ole Sudori, he does not heed his advice. He goes on to work with him because he knew that, or he knows that if he works with Ole Sudori, his businesses will prosper. These are all indicators of a man who is materialistic. Trait number 5. Parsimei Olekailo is a male chauvinist. What do we mean by a male chauvinist? A male chauvinist is a person who prefers male characters in any position than female characters. Evidence of Parsimei chauvinistic nature is, we see all throughout the book, Parsimei Olekailo never allows Mama Milanoi to make any decision whatsoever, be it concerning their family or concerning his businesses. Evidence number 2. Parsimei prefers Joseph Parmuat to train his daughters' sensibilities of the Ma culture. Why? We believe that their aunties could have trained them well. Their aunties could have trained them in a language that the girls understood. But Parsimei Olekailo prefer that Joseph Parmuat be the person to train them in the sensibilities of the Ma culture. This indicates that this is a person who is a chauvinist, male chauvinist. Another evidence that Parsimei Olekailo is a male chauvinist, we see that when he decides that his daughters will be married, he does not involve them in this decision-making process. This is evidence of a person who is a male chauvinist, because if he believed that their opinions mattered, he would have involved them in the decision-making up to the process where he took their dowry. Another evidence showing that Parsimei Olekailo is a chauvinist is, we see that when they reach their Form 4 and they want to pursue their university studies, he decides that they will get married. This indicates that he is a male chauvinist and he does not believe in daughters or girls going further with their education, whereas he believes that they can be good housewives. These are all indicators that Parsimei Olekailo is a male chauvinist. Beautiful people, another character that comes out as strongly is, you see that Olekailo is really caring. Why do we say that he is really caring? We can see all through the text, he really cares what his eldest daughter, Tayo, thinks. This indicates that this is a really caring man. There's also that near rape incident. We see when Olekailo realizes that his daughters were nearly raped, he is enraged and stands up and goes into his bedroom and comes out wielding a machete or a panga and stomps out looking for the two vagabonds. This indicates that this is a really caring man. Also, we can see the mode in which he enters the classroom where Joseph Parramatta is teaching and talks to him directly, even without considering the fact that there are others in the room. This really indicates that Ole Kaelo really cared a lot about his two daughters. Also, we see Mama Milanoi says that in her heart she knew that her husband loved her deeply, even though he was not used to showing it, but she believed that he loved her deeply. This brings out the caring nature of Ole Kaelo from another perspective, that is from Mama Milanoi's perspective. Also, we see when Resian comes to the table on that day when Ole Sudori is supposed to come, she asks them how she looks. Ole Kaelo feels a pinch of guilt in his heart, knowing that he is like selling his daughter to Ole Sudori. This indicates that Ole Kaelo is really caring about his family. Another trait that comes out clearly is Ole Kaelo is ironical. What do we mean by ironical? An ironical person says this and does something completely opposite of what he or she had said before. We see Ole Kaelo during the homecoming ceremony. He says in his heart that he will never allow anything to separate him, Nasila, and his culture ever again. But after going to visit Ole Sudori's posh house in Naivasha, while they're coming back in Ole Sudori's posh car, he looks at the rural areas and asks himself, why did he allow himself to go back to Nasila? He should be living in Nakuru with the modernites, as he referred to them. This brings out his nature as ironical. Also, another aspect that brings Ole Kaelo's ironical nature is we see Ole Kaelo all through the text say that he was not interested in marrying two wives. Why? Because he believed one wife was okay. So this means that Ole Kaelo is a modern man. But when they relocate back to Nasila, he starts to embrace practices which are not so modern, like FGM. We believe FGM is an archaic culture that should be left in the history, in the pages of history. But when a modern man embraces a culture that goes against modernity, it means that this man is ironical because he preaches water, whereas he drinks wine. So this brings out the ironical nature of Ole Kaelo. My dear people, another trait that comes out strongly is that Ole Kaelo is traitorous. Why do we say that Ole Kaelo is traitorous? We can see that all through the text, Tayo emerged as most beloved daughter. But later on, we see that Mama Milanoi tricks Tayo into thinking that she's helping Resian, only to end up being circumcised. All through the text, we have seen that there is no time that Mama Milanoi made a decision on her own. So this means that Ole Kaelo was behind this decision, proving that he is truly traitorous. Secondly, we believe that as a parent, Ole Kaelo should be the one protecting his daughters. But we see when his businesses are at stake, he is ready to sell his daughters so that his businesses can stand. This proves that Ole Kaelo is really traitorous. Another evidence that brings out the traitorous character of Ole Kaelo, we see that when Ole Sudori takes Mama Milanoi and Ole Kaelo to his posh house in Naivasha, Ole Kaelo is impressed by the kind of lifestyle Ole Sudori is living. And when they come back to Nakuru and they are seated in a restaurant talking about how they will make Resian agree to get married to Ole Sudori, he says that they will trick her like a goat's kid. It's ironical for a person who is a father to speak in this kind of manner concerning her daughter, whereas we know that our father should be the one protecting his daughters. Also, when Resian comes and asks Ole Kaelo in his office what are his plans with her decision to go to the university, we see that Ole Kaelo tells Resian that she's going to get married to Ole Sudori. And when Resian puts up a spirit for it, he tells her that whether she likes it or not, she's going to get married. And when Resian persists, he goes ahead and slaps her. This is ironical because we expect that as a father should be the one protecting his daughter. But in this scenario, it is the father who is forcing the daughter to get into a marriage which she does not approve. And when the daughter puts up her spirit, he goes ahead and slaps her. This proves that Olekailo is truly treacherous. So, my beautiful people, today we have been looking at the character traits of Parsimei Olekailo from Blossoms of the Savannah. And the character traits that have come out strongly is Parsimei Olekailo is materialistic, he is a male chauvinist, he is patriotic, he is caring, he is loving, he is traitorous, he is impolite. These are some of the characteristics that have come out strongly. So, ladies and gentlemen, sons and daughters, and I believe as students, if there are traits that you feel that we have left behind, please feel free to drop those comments down below so that other students can also learn from you. I hope this video has been really educative. Best of luck to those who are sitting for their forthcoming examinations. Remember, I'm Kolo. Follow us on Instagram at Skynet Gators Production, or follow me at Instagram at Sir Collins. We drop a video every Wednesday and Saturday of the week. We shall be focusing next on Oloisudori Lonkia. Please remember, happy Mashujaa Day. Take your time to celebrate your Shujaas. And if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please press the subscription button. Also press the notification button so that each time we drop a new video, you shall be the first to know. Remember, we have forthcoming movie reviews, music video reviews, and last but not least, literature reviews. From Kolo to you is adios, amigos. See you.